if we just like?
Let me just talk about how Evan is a great, amazing person, and we're gonna get into the podcast this week. Today, we're gonna be covering the quarterfinals. How do you guys feel about this week's of battles?
I'm sorry I cursed everybody with my predictions, except SJ, who is too strong to be stopped with some mere hex.
SJ is a strong participant.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is, you guys only have 2 more battles until you better be signing those apology forms.
On what?
On what? On what?
We'll get into that today.
Goat?
I'm not. Kamo didn't get picked first overall, so
Doesn't even matter. It's proving itself.
it
Y'all
didn't even go
slept
round
on it.
one.
Y'all slept on it.
Sleep on it. I said it's not our round one.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Oh my!
It was slipped on a little bit, I will say that, but
Was never sleeping on it.
I definitely think it didn't live up to the hype so far that Evan has put on it.
Listen, all I'm saying is, if you plan on making it your Terra Captain and making it the center point of your team, there's no harm in taking it a little early to get the ball rolling.
If it wins a championship, like if it's on the team that wins in the finals, I will sign the document.
It'd be really funny if Aga just doesn't bring it that week, just to spite me, and also loses.
That would be a great...
Because then, at that
Finale.
point, not only does it not win, so all of you can, like, point and make fun of me for that, but I also get the cope of being like, but he didn't even bring it, guys! He threw!
He threw.
And it sounds like you're.
Yeah, I had to fulfill the contract and bring up Kamo, as Luke Cobb was talking about in the chat the other day. He's like, oh, leave, the podcast is going to go hard.
The podcast is going to go hard today. We are going to start the battle review, though, because we have a few battles to talk about this week. Less than the usual, since there was only 4 being the quarters. We are going to start, though, with Cake and Rando. Going to this battle, was there any mons that stood out to you as being like, I'm surprised that was brought here?
Oh wait, I do know this battle. This battle was.
I'm not 100% sure what's on either of their teams, like off the top of my head.
Yep.
But one thing I was surprised about is I think the item on Monkey Dory kind of caught me off guard a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime you see a Hisui and Lilligant, that's kind of like a something's cooking here.
We pog up when
Yeah.
we see Hisui and Lilligan.
The strange thing to me is seeing Hisui and Lilligan out of the sun. Usually you're like, yeah, that's a sun mon. But in this case,
Now you don't need that shit.
it's like, is it going to be Hustle? Is it going to miss every move it tries to throw out? We'll have to wait and see.
Around here.
But we'll get into it.
Land the hits.
Speaking of hits, we got the
love
3-piece.
Fake Out.
We got the
Are you so
crit,
lucky to get the flinch there. That's
the
crazy.
the crit, the poison. Big moves. And then also a turn of Sucker Punch failing on the second turn to just take more poison damage.
Unfortunate Willow miss.
Yeah. It's kind of just has the energy, you know?
Will-O-Wisp wishes it was Thunderwave so fucking bad. Thunderwave hits there for sure.
Yeah, but at the same time, you really want to be thunder waving a mon with like 10 speed to begin with.
I mean,
Yes,
yeah.
like it's paralyzed.
If it doesn't,
the para.
Yeah,
but like,
but a burn him on that has like 10 attack total. Like, what's your point?
the point is that can at least get rid of leftovers or do a little bit of chip.
speaking of status, though, not affecting the monkey here. Rip the toxic. Also, not something you commonly see Black Sludge anymore, with Terra just being a factor. A lot of people have opted for leftovers just in case you want to Terra into the other type, or make people think that you're not poison as your Terra.
Yeah.
Also, just the amount of times that you see Black Sludge getting stolen isn't very high.
Yikes.
Yikers.
I've been saying this. What if we buff poison? It's obviously no one's ever complaining about poison. Obviously, it's not strong enough.
What if we made it so that chili reception you had
Yo,
to tell
Cutie,
an
appreciate
actual
that.
joke and anybody spectating
Never have
got
to,
the
but
vote
appreciate
was good enough
the
for you to, like,
re-sub
leave or not.
for 1 month.
Podcast type.
Podcast
I
type
feel like
indeed.
there'd be particular jokes that people would just like have a guaranteed slam on.
Yeah, but like okay, so you got the tech, like that's fine.
Yeah. No. But to get back to the fact that we obviously need to buff poison. Like it's obviously not strong enough. What if we had poison reduce special attack?
Some people have been talking about the freeze from Legends of Arceus, which actually does that.
Yeah, but like
The frostbite mechanic.
frostbite mechanic. Yeah.
We need something that reduces HP by half. That can be Poison's thing.
Yeah, we already have
Oh.
kind of Ruination and Super Fang as moves, you know?
Yeah, but he's saying like your maximum HP gets reduced by half. Like
yeah,
you
it's your
can't get it
max
back.
HP. It's gone. It's fucking.
That's a rough call, I gotta say.
That'd be sick.
He literally said, "Let's make it the most broken thing in existence."
Toxic
Not only is
doesn't
it-
do it though. Toxic doesn't do it. Only like base.
Only regular poison.
Only regular.
You're still
poison.
taking a take damage and losing half of your health instantly.
Yeah, so
Hey, what if we get rid of the tick damage altogether, and it just halves your health like permanently?
That's
like
still
that?
terrible.
Well, then if you cure it, you're back to full health again. Like it's like a huge swing.
yeah, I don't know if we need to buff the stall teams.
I'm just saying, immunity stocks are rising.
Salazzle
Toxic
stocks
effect
would be
is
rising.
so bad.
Also, to get back to the battle,
Oh, this is where everything goes crazy.
We got a duck running amok.
This is where everything goes crazy.
Ooh, the Dragon Dance call out was very big here.
Yup. And this is where it looks like it's like cooked. Like we're like in trouble now.
No flame body proc.
Yup.
No toxic chain proc.
Looking not good.
Yes, Sparky. That's exactly what that means.
Ooh, the
Dragon
EQ
Dance
not
back.
killing.
And now we're baby blasting.
I wonder what fourth move this Dragonite had, because I feel like Outrage might have been a high enough base power to kill in that situation, even with the Terragos.
It's impressive not
But-
going for the kill on Zapdos there.
Remind me to circle back to Sparky after this, but I don't want to interrupt this part of the battle because it's actually
Mhm.
kind of a good part of it.
A little toxic setup, you know? Love to see it, love to see it. Hurricane not being a fraud
One.
move for once.
My Hurricane misses there 100% of the time.
Rando really does not want to kill the Zapdos here. It feels with the Cinderace.
I just feel like he keeps thinking there's going to be a pivot into something, but like,
It's been here to stay.
yeah.
And now this is a bad situation because with the Aqua Step here setting up the speed, you kind of have to pick something to die unless this Lilligant was Choice Scarf, which we see here it's not.
And then now you have the attack boost from Moxie and
Aqua Jet for priority.
the Aqua Jet, get the next Moxie.
And the game ends.
Womp.
So
Yeah,
Cake taking that.
kind of fucked up.
I believe nobody called Cake actually winning this fight, so great job to Cake. In terms of our brackets, I'm pretty sure most people chose Rando overall in the league. So Cake
Okay.
closing the brackets out, but you wanted to walk back to Sparky.
Yeah, so no, look, it doesn't heal you for half your health, it boosts you by half your HP stat. So
Instead of having your HP,
you would have
You go up to
1.5x.
1.5?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, okay, yeah, sure. That's exactly
And
what
then
Gliscor needed.
Every time Poison Heal activates, it's like another stage up.
No shot,
So
brother.
you're asking
No
for
way.
HP stage boosting into the video game? Is that what you're calling
Yeah, yeah, exactly that. That's
Dude, Breloom now dominates the meta.
we are so back poison healers.
for? Can you see like a doubles meta where like a Blissey
Poison
swaps?
yourself?
No, like a
Bro, I
Blissey
can see-
swaps its ability with a Breloom to get toxic.
I'm cooking right now.
You know what I think? You know what I think? I think that might be the end of Pokemon.
That it might be the end of Pokemon, as we know it.
I don't
That-
think we need to do any fancy like movement
I think
of
that goes
skill
hard.
swaps. I think Breloom is now just like the best Mon ever.
I think that goes crazy.
Can you
What does
imagine
Toxic
the
Boost even do?
sub HP?
I
Well,
don't know.
Right? You click sub, it deals 25% of your health, but then you gain half your health.
Yeah, but
Permanently.
the substitute also takes on
No,
that
if you
HP
get-
value.
If you get cleansed the poison, it resets.
Oh, it all goes away.
It all goes away.
Ah, that's it's insanity.
I
No, because you click sub and now you're immune to trick, so no one can give you a Pecha Berry.
What do
How
you
how are they gonna get the poison off of you?
Yeah.
I don't know. Better run that heal bell or something. I don't know.
Heal Bell only heals your team.
Well, find something that heals the other guy.
This is a yikes for me, Doc. We'll get into
Also-
our next battle.
Sparky, Toxic Boost just works like Toxic Boost does. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Your physical moves are increased. That's it. You're done.
Yeah, but your HP is also halved.
Yeah, you. Not if you're toxic.
Oh, you're right. I forgot that was only with poison. My bad.
yep.
I do not have the worst takes. I'm cooking right now. That would go crazy. Could you imagine the metagame shift?
We
Oh my
celebrate
God.
every day. Velocity's not a game designer.
We are Terra poisoning all day.
all I'm saying is the bit before the podcast started. Next week's gonna go crazy.
Next week is gonna go crazy. But speaking of this week, we got Smarmy versus SJ here. Most people predicted SJ to win this battle. Any Mons here specifically stand out to you that you were like, damn, I'm surprised that here?
Yeah, I mean, any week Rhyperior's brought.
Rhyperior is definitely not a Mon that you see commonly.
Why does Rhyperior have like a ball tail?
So,
Rock.
yeah,
I know it's a rock, but why does it have it there? Like, why does it
Why
got like
not?
a boulder on its tail? Well, none of the other like Rye evolutions do.
well, it
yeah,
evolved,
It
you
got
know?
it. It got it when it evolved.
Yeah.
But where did it get it?
On the ground.
Well, it uses
That's
that
a
item
regular
to
rock.
evolve.
It just stuck its it's a regular rock. It just stuck its tail inside of it.
Yeah, but like, it's a very round rock. Is my point. Like, it's
Well, you know, he'd be smashing it around, you know, carrying it around.
can it break? What happens if it breaks?
He just gets another one. It's a rock, brother.
It's
Yeah, but they're all that shape.
One
Where
of
is
his
it,
like
a
main
rock
moves in that
factory?
game was rock wreckers, so you know he's about wrecking those rocks.
I was gonna say he makes them.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Anyways, we see a Darkrai versus the dog lead. That's a lot of
We
damage.
see something very unfortunate here about the two team setups. Lucav opted to bring Psy Spam with Expanding Force, and Smarmy brought Priority.
Yes.
A lot of it.
There is at least 3 Mons there that could have priority.
Yeah.
Teleport not work because it's priority negative.
No.
You could be spitting facts there, but it is
No,
not
I think that's
priority.
right. I think that's right. I think that's true. I think I'm actually right about that one. If we're gonna start talking about what's a status move and what's not, isn't that technically a priority move? It's just negative.
You know, I'm gonna go.
You might be spitting facts here.
Psychic Terrain creates terrain that envelops the field, yada yada yada. Affected Pokemon become immune to opponents' moves which increase priority.
Oh,
There you go.
They thought of everything in the fine print.
So also Protect would still work because
It doesn't affect the opponent.
it doesn't affect the opponent.
Okay, all right. You got lucky this time.
Reading the rules explains the rules.
Moves that target all Pokemon, except Perish Song, Flower Shield, and Rototiller, And the moves that target all adjacent foes cannot be blocked by Psychic Terrain, even if they become priority moves.
Overcut Sapping.
Cut Step, Berry, Earthquake to deal 34% to a Valiant behind the screen is pretty sick.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Shit it not.
Yeah. Man, Didi's kind of fucked up.
Choice Scarf and Didi actually popped off this match.
I just killed him.
It got like 3 kills total.
Yeah, the
Bro.
match was already going to be like an uphill battle for Smarmy, and then that Flint happened, and the game was cooked.
Valiant Copers, it's not too late to change teams. It's not too late. It just lost to an Ndidi in like one hit, basically.
Yeah, isn't this like a Enumon?
I'm unaware.
Let's go take a little check over in DD Corporations. Yes, we got an Enumon out there beating up the Valiant.
All I'm saying is calling Sneasler a worse Iron Valiant did not get it unbanned. So I think a lot of people are still out here coping on Valiant.
It's these people just don't understand that Mon is not that good.
Well, it
I
wasn't
think
good
that
enough for this
Mon is
battle.
actually fine. It just has problems.
Up
If
next,
you want
though,
to talk about a Mon being an R1 fraud, look no further. That's all I'm gonna say.
we got I-90 versus Aga here. Any Mons you want to specifically talk about here, Evan? I know you're a big Kamo enjoyer.
We love Kamo around here, don't we, folks?
Wait,
What do I really want to talk about?
would you say this battle shows off its round 1 prowess?
Absolutely. You're gonna see it do something, I think. Yeah.
I glanced at the stream and I thought Corviknight was already dead. It's like out of the corner of your eye, it kind of looks like the
It's
silhouette.
grayed out.
Yeah, when they like go down.
I will say, why do we got to deal with Jirachi? I hate that Mon.
I did Mon got dropped the pools. That Mon's beans apparently.
Yeah,
The Mon. There's nothing particularly like meta defining about that Pokemon, but every time I see it, I just get sad.
there was a Mon that was traded in at pick 11. Traded into I-90's team from the Bulls.
Ribbon beat Jirachi handshake in the middle, no business being in the pools at any fucking point in the season.
Well, we'll get into it. I want to say a big Mon this season that's actually been surprising me a lot is Primarina here.
I feel like Primarina's always been really solid.
I don't feel like it really like did much in Gen 7 or 8.
I disagree. I'm pretty sure it goes like in every league every time it's available.
Has it really?
Oh no.
You might be able to find a season or two out there where like L3 didn't take it.
Yeah, I guess we would have to double check.
Wait. That pops the balloon but doesn't break the sub?
Yes.
So
Balloon is
weird.
not very good.
What the fuck?
But
People
Balloon
are
has
running
issues.
Balloon?
So yeah, a bit unlucky here.
Big Mustard fan,
getting
Big Mustard fan.
that fade
Welcome in.
off the roll. There's
Ooh, the Encore.
Yep.
As we know, sound moves go through substitute.
And there's paralysis.
Well, that's like a 300% chance when you factor in the whatever Jirachi stupid thing is, Serene Grace.
Yeah, that's a 30% increased chance, but yeah, it's pretty high.
We love T-Wave around here. We love T-Wave.
Don't worry, we got T-Wave to make that a 100% paralysis chance.
Ooh, the taunt to make Dark type scenarios for 1 turn.
I will say we do get to see a lot of Scizor being a fraud this week.
Aggressive.
I think Scizor is just a Mon that like always feels like a good niche Mon that like will solve problems on a team, but it's never like a standout.
I don't think anything reinforces the allegations harder on Hoopa U than watching a Corviknight U-turn it for 97% of its health.
Dude, it dies to a Caterpie looking U-turn. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Not even
only
U-turn.
named it allegations beaten. That's why.
We calced a Caterpie using Bug Bite, which I believe was less power.
I-90 has some choice words about Scizor.
Horrible dog shit. Holy.
No, just make it your captain, bro, and it's fixed. Am I doing it right, guys? Is that armchair coaching good? Just make it your Terra captain.
Ooh,
Pyro Ball's a bullet move, by the way.
Bullet. Free Clanger Soul here is pretty insane. And he does have the flamethrower. Beat up those steel types. And the sub, holy. This is a set of all sets.
Fuck.
Terra Dragon, Terra Electric.
Oh shit.
Maya Scales be out here clanging.
Your defense!
Not the defense. As we see, Clanging Scales is actually a sound-based move, so it actually goes through the substitute.
See, I didn't even know that, to be totally fucking honest with you.
Yeah.
I had no idea that bypasses subs.
All sound-based moves.
You didn't know sound bypass subs?
Yeah.
What do you mean you didn't? What the fuck are you talking about? Show me anywhere that's like written as like a known fact in any game.
It is said on substitute specifically.
Whatever.
But
bro,
I would say that is a little bit less common of a fact.
That's an insane thing to be like, you didn't know that. What do you mean?
But
someone start oh-boying in chat. I'm gonna lose it.
Next week is gonna be a great week.
I think it's funny because like things I learned in my first season or before my first season, velocity, because we joined at the same time, you find to be the most interesting shit ever. What do I mean? I mean, like, I learned that sound bypasses sub before I joined the league. I wasn't even that into Pokemon yet.
Who the fuck cares? Like, who's looking at this shit?
For our 90s mental health, we're off that screen.
Yeah, okay, I'm having a good time with my funny little guys. I'm not like, well, it makes a lot of sense that the fucking Encore will bounce the sound move around the substitute and refract through the light screen to make an explosion of mass caliber to it actually kills yourself in real life, and that's the end of everything.
We've talked about it before on the podcast, though, and you didn't react.
Yeah.
Find me the VOD and I'll take it back.
Alright, catch my ass this week going through every single episode.
Well, we also said it earlier in this episode.
Did we?
Yep.
I'm getting gaslit out here, there's no way.
I did specifically. But that's
not what I said, Sparky.
We're gonna get past that. We actually see another Kamo here in the quarterfinals. Is Evan checking out on this Kamo propaganda? Was he ahead of his time?
I'm just saying. Everyone knows the results. We got Kamo on both sides of the bracket still. We're living life.
Bug Buzz anymore. Bug Buzz interaction is common. What the Galvantula's coming out to take care of substitutes? Like,
yeah, actually.
Great. I'll draft Galvantula round 1 next turn so I can.
I would say it was more commonized though because of Volcarona for the longest time, because of how strong Volcarona was.
Whatever. Roll the
We'll get into it.
Roll the tape.
We got the Rizzler.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite Costco guy character.
We're Costco guys.
We're podcast guys. Of course, we don't know sound goes through sub.
Oh my fucking god! Apparently, I'm the only guy that doesn't know that sound goes through sub.
We got some water absorb action.
You can't blame me. That one wrote itself. You cannot blame me on that.
Shut the hell up. Watch the damn battle. He's dragon tail and shit.
Also, how? What an unfortunate setup.
Oh, the Dragtail immunity.
Oh no!
Can Ozzy Ryan hit a move that deals any damage?
Find out next time.
Hey.
Oh, we get the poison from Sludge Bomb.
HP would have been halved. That Vaporeon's crippled if my poison is in.
That's so true.
It looks maxing. I think this is the. You know what? I figured out why Australian Ryan lost. He did name it like Bird. Kazooie is dead.
Ooh, speaking of dead, we got a dead Ting Lu over there. Oh shit!
Please, don't do it. Don't do it. No, don't do it. Oh, thank God.
Oh, there's a bulk up.
I thought there was a facade coming for sure.
Mmm.
That's not
So
a
that
good
defense
look.
boost is just a little too much.
That's not good.
Come on that setup, going crazy. Body power is
like
doing
a-
major damage.
Hey, you know what? For how much the stat up it had, it only killed one thing. I think that thing's kind of a fraud still.
It did
Yeah.
only kill one thing in this battle.
Meanwhile, Galvantula also killing one thing and living, so round one Galvantula's looking even better.
Like Sparky said though, you wouldn't be the first person to draft round one Galvantula.
That's based in hell.
We've had stuff like round one Galvantula, round one Gastrodon, some crazy round ones in the past.
I was gonna say, didn't we used to have someone who would R1 like Araquanid?
I don't think Araquanid's ever been round one, but we can probably double check that in the future.
Mogged. I gotta say, Australian Ryan did have good nicknames this week.
Were they good nicknames though? If his mons are dying with them, you know.
You are not laughing about Skimity coming out.
I didn't laugh. You laughed.
I
just said-
laughed at you because you said Skimity in a way that was like holding back a chuckle.
No, I just said skibbity, brother.
The gaslighting is unreal today.
This is
Ooh, a thunder crit.
unbelievable. That's two for Galvantula.
The neutralizing
Oh.
gas stopping the compound eyes, so
It's
Thunder
so
actually is
true.
inaccurate here.
Oh. Is this the
The 1%. Oh.
Could you imagine?
the run back?
Oh, that would have gone crazy.
It could have been crazy.
That would have been so fucking cool.
But that is our final battle today to go over.
I love neutralizing gas. What a fucking cool ass ability
a cool ass move.
that works. That works exactly how you would think it would.
Yes.
Up next though, we are going to take a quick look at the browser or the playoffs.
It's like, hey, buddy.
So a lot of people here in this call specifically made bad predictions, as we could tell. If we're not going to go look at our own brackets again. But Rex, Cake, and Auga, people that weren't here in both Evans and Velocity's brackets. SJ's was here from all of us, and I called Auga specifically for our matchups. But with this new setup, who do you think is going to take it? Evan, you can go first.
All right, so as everyone knows, I predicted SJ every single week, taking it over everybody, going the full distance, getting his third playoff. However, we have reached a new unprecedented circumstance. So, I have Rex taking it over Cake, I have Auga taking it over SJ, and I got the mirror match leading to champion Kamoa in the finals.
Bro, if the narrative of this season from episode 1 leads all the way
to the finale.
to the Kamoa mirror match, I'm gonna lose my mind. That's like scripted.
Oh my god, I'm actually insane.
I couldn't even be mad. That'd be insane. It would go so hard.
Also, I forgot we had a graphic for this. I'm gonna change to that instead.
We do have a graphic for this.
So, let's bring up that graphic. Make it look
we
a little
love
bit
the
cleaner.
graphic.
Oh my god.
But we got the championship trophy there in the middle for them. Velocity, what's your new take on the playoffs? Where do you think we're heading?
I've killed too many people in this, so I'm just gonna say SJ again to try to stop the three-peat. I think SJ's taking home the three-peat.
You think he's gonna go all the way?
Are you willing to say SJ's gonna go all the way to try and hex him to make him lose? Because that actually allows for the Komodo agenda.
No, because who's the other person that doesn't have Komodo? I already forget.
Cake doesn't have it.
Cake doesn't have it,
Right.
and Olga doesn't have it.
Now,
or no,
I'm
Olga does
not-
have it. SJ doesn't have
I'm
it.
not saying it directly because I don't want to put any curses out. But there's a certain team that can fix everything. And that's who I'm
That's who your money's on.
hoping. No.
That's
who
your
I'm
race in the
hoping.
source.
Without betting anything or predicting anything, is going to win it all.
Okay. You think Cake's going to win the entire thing?
Not my words. Not my words.
Sure.
Anyways, I actually have a lot of hope in Olga this season. Olga has been impressing a lot of the battles for me. So I'm gonna say it. I think Olga goes all the way. We're Team Olga right now, and I'm gonna say it's really gonna be a coin flip for the other side to who's gonna be there. But I think Cake has gotten past the allegations of being the worst RNG on the planet and has really had surprisingly good RNG this season. So I think Cake will make it there to the championship.
You know, I wasn't gonna put a definitive claim on which Komodo team I wanted to have win, because all that matters is Komodo. But Aga is abandoning us next season.
He is
So I have
abandoning
to
us.
correct.
Oh, so true.
Although I know Aga put a stipulation out there that I think he was kind of forced into a choice, but I believe he did want to stay if he did win. So maybe somehow turns that around and still comes back for next season. I don't know how the numbers are working right now or what's behind the scenes.
I believe the last thing I heard, barring anyone additionally being like, "Hey, I know I said I would, but I can't," we are now full.
That's just another example of a Komodo player driven to the verge of league departure because
Komodo madness.
they had to play with that shit fucking mod. It's a phenomena in the draft league communities.
So I'm next. I do got a little surprise to share with you guys.
A
Thank
surprise!
God. I was gonna say this episode's only been like 40 minutes. We need something.
It's just a little funny Pokemon fact of the day kind of a thing, you know.
Oh, yippee, I love fun facts of the day.
But if you would switch your attention to the big screen here, we're gonna give you a cool Patrat fact.
That's supposed to be the big screen.
The live stream.
Oh, okay.
Gen
That's
5's
fine.
Patrat has not been catchable in a Pokemon game since the Gen 6 Pokemon X and Y games. In the Gen 7 games as well, as 6 Gen Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, Patrat is obtainable only through Pokemon Bank and trading respectively. To this date, Gens 8 and 9 do not have any methods for obtaining Patrat. It has been over 10 years since the game has allowed you to catch Patrat. Do you think Game Freak hates Patrat?
No. And I think the reason that I'm gonna say that is because in Pokemon ZA, there will not only be the return of Patrat, but he will get an evolution, and that evolution will get a Mega.
We're gonna get Watchog's evolution and a Mega Watchog
Yep.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Watcher Hog.
it's something cooler than that.
What you don't want it to watch your hog?
I think Game Freak does hate Patrat, but it's not because of the Pokemon. They actually got swept up in despising the New England Patriots, and they got confused and thought he was a supporter of the New England Patriots. He's a Pat Rat, so they took him out of the games.
Oh,
That's clever, that's clever.
Okay. That is pretty clever. But what if they actually confused it for Matt Pat?
Retired, so he can't be
He retired, so they can't put him in the game anymore.
Oh fuck! He's retired.
Sparky, we don't know where this bit is going.
But yeah,
we have no clue what we're doing here.
that was just a little fun inclusion for the day, since I knew it was going to be a short episode.
I'd like to mention we gained a viewer only once the Pat Rat bit started.
Yep,
So
that's
whoever
true.
just showed up is only going to see that, and then it's over.
Wait, well, I mean, you want to talk about next week, right?
Yeah.
We've already talked about, you know, the matchups for next week, a little bit, but we can go maybe a little bit more depth in here. Olga versus SJ, we got Cake versus Rex. Who do you think really has been like showing up this season that really hasn't in the past?
Rex. 100%.
I mean,
Rex did have a good season last season, but he's been just pulling out all the stops.
he got promoted last season. I don't think he's in.
He did get promoted last season.
Right, but like, I just think there's been something about his like play this season that has been above and beyond.
I think the craziest thing is that he actually got in the playoffs at 8-3, but that wasn't even like a promotion spot.
Yeah, and I'm fully aware he got the semis last season too. Outro. It's not about where he finished last season. It's about the matches.
Yeah. Overall, I would say it's been some insane calls by Rex in terms of like what he's bringing to games, but also just every turn.
I can say this because my logo is one of this. Logos that aren't the like square box equal dimensions are a pain in the ass to edit in this thing. So somebody needs to take this guy out, please, before next week. I don't want to make another bracket with that logo.
The logo's throwing you off.
It's too much work, man. I gotta like figure out the dimensions that make it look the most like normal instead of just being like, I think 100 by 100 will be good this week.
Aren't they all squares if you really think about it?
No, they're all rectangles if you think about it.
Not every square is square, but every rectangle is a rectangle.
No, every square is square. Not every rectangle is square.
No.
Yeah, every square is a rectangle, but not every rectangle is a square.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had someone who'd argue about that with me, and I was like, "What do you mean?"
Goes in the
Dude,
square.
they
hole.
died on that hill.
It goes in the square hole. In terms of talking about next week as well, you want to give a little sneak preview, Evan? Talk about maybe what's coming up next week? Since originally we were planning on it being a break week to kind of put it with the finals. You want to give us a little teaser?
Yeah. You want us to keep it a surprise? No, I will say.
I mean, keep the
This is
whole
your
thing a
show,
surprise, but you know,
This is your show.
I'm gonna say, time permitting, I'm going to attempt to put together a little segment after the episode's over, and if it gets approved by production, we might have a special week. We might be celebrating an event next week, pending approval.
a very
from the
big event.
director. Yeah.
But with that,
So,
that's the
make
end
sure
of our
you tune in.
podcast. So go ahead, Evan. Say what you
No,
want
I
to
was
say.
just saying, make sure you tune in.
Okay. We will see you guys though next week for a semifinals review, and then there's just one more week after that for the season. It's pretty hyped. Gonna be getting into a new season before we know it. But you guys have a good night. We'll see you on the next episode.